Assalamu rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I hope everyone can hear me. Jazakallah khair, Brother Hassan, for the introduction. Thank you, Taif, for giving me the platform again to share my thoughts on artificial intelligence and Sharia-related topics. So, a brief intro. My name is Zia. I have been with the Islamic finance from the last 17 years. I'm a chartered accountant by profession and a Sharia auditor by passion, and now an automations student by passion as well. So this is my new passion that I have been working on from the last few years, and I have been trying to find solutions for different problems. My previous webinar was also on the automated related automations, and where I presented, I remember, a Power BI based solution for how to do audits automatically. So this one is a bit different. Let us start. Let me share my screen first. And I would try to be very brief, very quick, so that we have more time to interact with each other, and I have time to see your questions, and will try to answer whatever I know. So I believe everyone can hear my screen and see my screen and hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you clearly and
Okay,
can see your
Jazak.
screen.
Okay. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I have selected a quote from Imam Shafi'i, rahmatullah alayh, that knowledge is not what is memorized, knowledge is what benefits. So it's not just that you know about something, it will give you a benefit. It's when you try to apply that for the benefit, it's something that will benefit you. And with benefits, we obviously mean for this dunya and for akhirah as well. So if the intention is that whatever we are doing, it's something that will benefit us in dunya and akhirah, it will inshallah give us benefit in both dunya and akhirah. So first of all, if you all have smartphones, just or laptops, just try to scan and or just type slido.com and type this number, or just scan it, so that we can interact with each other very quickly. Once it's done, just let me know so that I will go to the next screen. Just drop me a message that if you have connected. I will pause here for 2-3 minutes so that everyone can join. And if you have Android, just search for the Google Lens, or just scan from your camera and then go to this portal. Alhamdulillah. Or just go to the slido.com and type this number, which is 1708286. So I will wait for 2-3 minutes, 2-3 minutes maximum, inshallah. Shall we go to the next screen? I can see some questions as well.
Let's wait for 1 more minute. People are
Okay.
joining, they are messaging,
Okay.
keep joining. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
This session is going to be very interactive, and I would request all of you to take part in benefit from this session, because the more input that you will give, the more easy is for us to address.
Inshallah. So is it possible that I take this picture and put it in the attachment so that if someone has not joined, they can join later. Brother Hassan, can you do it?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
take
Yeah.
this snapshot and just put it as attachment in the chat so that
All
if
right.
someone has not joined, they can join later on.
All right. All right. Sure.
Or you have the instructions as well. So
Yes.
I think that is
I will
enough.
just type the instructions again and again.
Okay. So let's start with a basic quiz. And the quiz is about what defines your industry and occupation. So Alhamdulillah, so many people are joining and replying. So let's see what defines your industry and occupation. It will, why I have put this slide at first place, so that I can use this information to better answer or better what they call it, use the cases that are relevant to your to the majority of the industry. So if most people are from the Islamic bank or bankers, I will be using the banking terminologies more and more. Else, I will try to be a little more generic. So 67% are from Islamic finance. And how many people? 59 people have still applied. I would share the slide as well, inshallah. And so most are from Islamic finance. There was none from conventional banking. Okay, the quiz is finished. So most of the people are from Islamic finance. There are some from other corporates, and there are students and they're academics. Fine. So let's see how we can cater for academics and others as well. Inshallah. Let's start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so go to your Slido again. I will be trying to be more interactive. So so go to the Slido again and just see, type a word that what comes first in your mind when someone mentions artificial intelligence for audits. So using AI for audits, what comes to your mind first? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Make it automation, make it dashboards or chat GPT, anything. Yes, this is something that comes to my mind as well. So using technology for audit. Automation, this, most of the people have agreed with the automations, yes. So let me first see how many people have responded yet. Okay, okay. So there are some good things as well. Is it possible allowed by Sharia? Okay, we will inshallah try to answer this. Efficiency, very good. Chat GPT, foolproof entries and accuracy, fine. Less job for humans. Okay, we will discuss this. Automated audit, simplify, unreliable. Okay, so inshallah, if I forget, just let's discuss this unreliability thing as well. Strategic plans. And is there anything new? Lack of human intervention, elimination of repeated work, very good. So most of the things that you already know, quick solutions and innovations. So there are 5 participants who are still giving their feedback. Improved automated audits, find non-compliance. So I will just take a picture of this slide so that I can discuss all of these things later. And I will go to the next slide. Okay. So comprehensive arrangement of data. Okay. So most of the things, the size of this the entry here means most of the people have, the bigger the size means most of the people have entered the same thing. So the automations is something that is very common. Most of the people are saying that AI, with AI, they means that the automation is there. And ChatGPT, obviously. ChatGPT, inshallah, we will discuss ChatGPT, Perplexity, and other solutions that are available. Less chances of error, very good. Domain specific LLM, very good. Domain specific LLM, by domain specific LLMs, I believe you mean that on premises LLMs, which is something that inshallah I will discuss. Okay. Jazakallah khair for your feedback. Let's go to the proper slide. Without data, you are just another person with an opinion. This is something that Edward Deming, he was a statistician, and it's a very good quote that obviously once you don't have this supporting evidences, and it's very important for audits as well, that if you do not give your opinion with sufficient evidences, it's just your opinion, which no, this is just an opinion and has no substantial basis. So why do we need automations? Why do we actually need automation? So for identifying that why we actually need automations, what we will do is, first we will try to identify the pain points in current audits and review process, because this webinar is focused on audits and review, automation of audits and review. And then we will see what are the available AI solutions and how we can utilize them. So I intend to conclude my presentation in 20-25 minutes so that we have sufficient time for Q&A. Okay, Bismillah. So what are the current pain points? One of the major pain point that has been known, and because most of you who have been interacting with audits and reviews and who know how the audits work is do know that one of the major pain point that we have is because we don't have the digital footprints of things. So if you are going to audit something, if you are going to do the review of something, you have to interact with the manual documents. So for the manual documents, you have a pile of documents lying at a place, and you have to go one by one to each document and cross-reference each document, and then create a file and then identify things. In this whole process, the first thing that auditors did was they introduce a process of called sampling, that because they cannot do the complete review of all the documents between a review period, so they identified that because we cannot do it, we will identify a sample, and based on that sample, we will say that we are reliably sure that based on our sample, which was very reflective of the total population, we identified certain errors. And then they extrapolated those errors that we believe that the complete population has similar errors. So this was fine till we had this manual things. But now that we have some digital footprint, so the manual and the assurance level needs to be increased. For the audits, like we have seen that for the planning, for the audit planning and for review planning, what we do is we take the data from our auditee and then assess it, that what are the current risks with the auditees. And based on those risks, we have our resources which are deployed to that assignment to review and to identify things. For example, so there are, we are going to do an audit of auto finance. For this auto finance, what first we will do is, in a manual system, we will identify what are the recent changes in their management, what are the new products that are available, what are the new transactions that are available, and what were the details of that transaction. And then for each transaction, we will go to the file of that transaction, review it completely, and see if there is any error between in a complete box file for each transaction. So it's a very lengthy process. So so we have seen that this manual process has the problem that it reduces your assurance levels. Similarly, then you can see that the same problem occurs with the reporting as well, because we do not have the live access of the complete reports and everything. And then follow up, you have to hire a complete a person for the follow up, who can just take an Excel sheet, create an Excel sheet of all the issues, and then track them, that what are the due dates for a particular issue, and then send a reminder to that auditee that please reply by that time, and then it's a complete process. So this is quite a lengthy process, and there are many problems with this lack of digitalization and automation. The second pain point that we have in audit and reviews is data quality, because assuming that we are auditing a policy, and that policy is, say, scanned, and the scan is not good. So you will request that please give me the PDF of that document, and the PDF document, or the physical file of that document. And because, see, if it's 400 pages document in PDF, you can just search it and identify anything that you want to check, say HR policies related to staff. So you just have to search it from there. But for the for see if it's a physical file, you have to just keep on rolling to the pages and see if it's there or not. So for this data quality can at times lead you to the incorrect decisions, because you don't have the complete data, you don't have the quality data available with you. The other issue that you can identify with this with the current pain points is the regulatory compliance challenges, because if there is a new regulation that comes your way, and you are not automatically updated on it, so you might do your reviews without staying updated with that regulatory or compliance, or maybe Sharia related regulation. So this is the third thing, that due to the pain points, the manual data, you are not doing the quality reviews. And then fourth thing that is very important, it's resource constraints, because staff is not there. You don't always are short of staff. Normally audit teams are like this, they don't have the sufficient staff available, and even the staff is available, maybe if there is a huge amount of data, so you cannot completely review it. So limited resources obviously can lead to rushed audits, increasing the weightages of oversight and errors. So it's the resource constraints is also there, because you don't have the sufficient resources to do the audits manually. This is something that we regularly see. Those who are doing the audits and who are in the review field, they can, in the compliance as well, they do see these resource problems as well. Another thing that that is important, and it's complexity of data resources. So if, say, you are reviewing a transaction, and it's related to, say, payments of a voucher to a vendor. So you are checking that if a particular vendor has been paid, but the data that you will require, it will be requiring from the multiple sources. So you will be requiring from the purchasing data, from the purchasing team, the invoices that they have received, and then you have the finance team. From the finance team, you will receive another data that the payments they have made. So if they both don't have anything in common, maybe a voucher number or invoice number in their MIS, it's very difficult for you to compare those. And this is where the complexity of data sources or the compatibility of data sources comes into play. That due to that, it's very difficult for you to do the audit. And the first thing that you will do is you will reduce the sample, because it's not possible, and the sample will reduce. It will obviously reduce the assurance level as well. Another thing, I'm trying to quickly go through all these things so that we have more time for the question answer session. So inadequate skill set. We have seen from the last, say, 15 years before, if someone was doing the audit, and at that time when I started doing audit, we had some people in our department who did not knew Excel. So at that time, we were the most advanced users, because we used to do the VLOOKUP, we used to do the pivot tables as well. So if you do not have, so we used to do the task more quickly. If you don't have the inadequate skill set, if you don't have the skill set available that is being used in today's world, then it would be very difficult for you to do the complete audits or the quality audits. And we have seen this for the audit systems, for the what they call it, usage of data sources, comparing the data sources. If you don't have that quality skill set available, a basic SQL, previously it was very difficult for you to assume that an auditor would be knowing a basic programming. And now it's something that is very common. If you see the job requirements of big organization, they require certain things. They say that you have to know basic SQL, and you have to know the basic data analytics, some basic data analytic language as well, maybe Python as well. So this is something that is now very much in practice now. Communication barriers. Ineffective communications is something that is very important. And why it is? It's, say, if you are doing a follow-up of an open issue. So there was an open issue. The target deadline was 31st December. And on 31st December, there is a pop-up because there was a reminder on your screen that on 31st December, you will follow up on that assignment. And when you send an email, the auditee said that you could have reminded me 1 month earlier as well, because I just missed my internal reminder and it's not complied. So all you have to do, and it was a high risk issue, so you will have to report to board. So this basic communication barriers at times have bigger impact. These the quality tools that we currently have. Sorry, can you all hear me? Because there is someone who said that they cannot hear properly. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue. So the communication barrier also has this impact on the quality of audits as well. We have seen that for say for an audit assignment that you are doing, you can have a view of, say, maybe last 2-3 years, but you don't have the complete historical trend of that data. Maybe in some audit softwares, they have this trend analysis as well, but not generally in a manual environment, this trend is not available. You don't have the complete view of how the previous assigned similar observation is there. If there was a similar observation, what was the opinion, how board reacted to it? It's not there. You don't have the complete visibility related to the historical data and its relevance to the current audit assignment. So it's something, because if the audit assignments are in your folders and it's not on some digitalized audit software, it's very difficult to get it. And if it's on manual basis, it's almost impossible to go through all these audit reports. And if it's integrated audits, to multiple teams audit report, and to identify all the relevant observations that is relevant to your current assignment, it's very difficult. And obviously we have discussed about time consuming manual processes as well, that manual processes are very time consuming, and it takes a lot of time. And this is something that is, given the current tools that we have, it's something that can be eliminated easily. And the last one is resistance to change. I have been advising on the automations to different audits around the globe. And this is something that looks very nominal, but it's something, it is one of the biggest barrier from converting from manual to automated audits. That people do say that, why do we need this? We have been doing our audit efficiently. We have been rated very well. So why do we change to automated audit? It will just add, and as we have seen in our initial survey as well, that people say that it will make humans lose job as well, which is partly incorrect. From see 30 years back, I remember there was a complete position, and in job openings you would have seen that there was a job branch called computer operators. So the computer operators was a separate job. People were not very used to these computers. So in government offices, at least, they have this computer operator. So they used to give him the task and he used to type it. And then everyone had to be the computer operator, and the computer operator job class got eliminated. Same will go with the auditors as well. That if they don't know the data analytics, maybe within 5 or 10 years, 10 years is very, I think, very far. And within 5 years, people, if they don't know the data analytics, they will not be able to get the good jobs. So let's go back to the Slidos and let me know what are your important concerns regarding use of AI in auditing. Go back to your Slido, please. Keep your Slido screen open, because there is, I think, two or three, two more polls. So data privacy and security. So if you allow, I will keep on discussing these options as well. It will be more time effective that I would try to speak as well. So the data privacy and security, yes, it's a very valid concern. And because obviously you cannot just connect to any cloud sources and expose your data to any of these resources, especially if you are a financial institution. But there are certain what they call it, solutions. There is, as there was someone mentioned as well, that domain specific LLMs are there. So there are on-premises LLM solutions that are being developed now, and that will cover this data privacy and security issue, because it's a very valid concern. So, and then the resistance to change, yes, this is what we discussed. Ethical implications of AI usage is something that, yes, one of the ethical implication. If you are maybe organization data and putting it on a cloud and then getting your work done by breaching the data policy and all these things. So it's something that organization can avoid, and there are organizations that have tools to avoid it. And they can, obviously there are certain APIs available that help you cater on these things as well. So yes, most of the people have commented on the data privacy and security issue, which is something I think it's an important point. Let's go. What are the available AI solutions? So AI is not something that is new. It's been here from the last maybe 20, 25, 30 years. But now with the GPTs, LLMs, it's that everyone knows about it. Previously, bots were there, and robotic process automation, RPAs were there. And so it's something that is that has been around from the last many years. So if you are starting your journey and you want to automate your process, the one of the basic things that you should start doing is see if you have certain APIs available, certain views available of the data. So if you can extract data from the sources, it's very easy for you to run certain checks on the complete population. So assuming you are doing a know your customer KYC audit of your bank, and you can get the required information of your KYC data, like the name of the customers, their certain data points, and it's something that the banks allow you to extract that data through some API. So if this API is available, you can just connect this API with, say, a dashboard, or just try to run some what they call it, Excel formulas over this, or some macros over this, and then integrate it with some tools, and then get your basic sampling done or basic analysis done. So through this, you can just identify high risk areas and then do the complete audit of those areas as well. So APIs is something that comes to first. That is the first step. If you can identify certain APIs, get the data through those APIs, it's very easy for you. Of the dashboards. So how many of you are using dashboards for audits? If someone can put some answer here, because it's the most cost-effective measure to do the audit. If you have a license to say Power BI or ClickSense or Tableau, you can easily automate all those audits where data footprint is available. It's very easy. All you have to do is get that API, connect those APIs with the dashboard, and provide logic to those dashboards that how to that what you want to do with those data, how do you compare, and you can obviously all of these Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, or any other tool, what they allow is they can let you connect with multiple data sources at the same time. So you can connect with multiple data sources, the relevant data sources, get all this data, compare this data, merge them, and then get the required result. So in one of the organizations, we did the automation of payments audit, and they had 4 different systems that documented this payment journey. And we connected all these 4 systems together, and the result was that the payments audit that used to take maybe 60 man days, it was reduced to 5 minutes, because and obviously you can run those dashboards daily. So it's a live auditing platform that once if they and then there was, and with the dashboards, with all these tools, there is another thing that is available, is that you can create triggers as well. And so you have the trigger. So if there is a high risk event that occurs, it can automatically be emailed to certain people as well. So you from annual audit, you have just using basic dashboard, you have gone to the what they call it, live real-time audits. So you can easily do that. So the dashboards is something that is very important, and it's the cheapest solutions that are available, as brother Yusuf has already mentioned that he has been doing it, mashallah. Okay. Okay, the third is robotic process automation. So if you say, if you come to you to if you go to your desk daily, go to a specific system, get certain data, and then email it daily to your boss, and your boss then works on it. If there are certain repetitive nature work, you can just automate it rather than spending your time over it. Robotic process automations from the Power Apps and some other organizations, they are available. So all these tools, especially RPAs, are effective. RPAs are effective to do the repetitive nature. It's an advanced macro thing, and they can do so assuming you have a specific customer number and you want to check it from your core banking system. So previously what you would have done is, you have say 50 numbers that comes to you daily, that we want to identify these are the high risk customer and see if they have any relationship, what relationship do they have with their with the financial institution. So you would have done previously that, copy those number, log into your system, and then put this system, get the report extracted, and then see if what facilities he is taking from your financial institution. With the RPAs, just put it in the folder. It will run the task and give you the results. So it would be error free, unlike humans who are prone to error. So if I'm drinking coffee and I miss a step, I may miss some important thing. So with the RPAs, you just have to train them once, and then your repetitive task is complete, and then obviously your resource can do a more productive thing. Okay. This is obviously, LLM models are very known and very famous nowadays. So yes, you can use these LLM models as well. With the LLM models, there are many models that are available, and there are models that have been used by these chat GPTs and Perplexity and Van.ai, but there are other models that are available that are open source. So if your organization has sufficient capability, they can use this model, train those model, and create an on-premises solution as well. So LLM models are large models, and one of the things that puts them way ahead from the previous solutions is their ability to read the unstructured data. With the unstructured data, I mean the textual data. So this means previously you would have identified risk from the say policies and procedures, and then trained your dashboard to fetch the data from the tables, and then check those risks in the tables. With the LLM model can read the policy, identify the risk from the policy, and then feed this policy to a dashboard or to a ML model, and get the complete audit done. So have you seen that it's something that is way beyond the traditional automations, which was just the dashboardings or RPAs. It goes way beyond that. So the LLM models not only reads the data, it can get those data tested from the from your population, and then email those data to the relevant people as well, the results as well. I don't know if someone of you, any of you have used van.ai. So what this van does is, if you have the result through your result, it allows you to email to certain people. So it's a very good model, and we have to, inshallah, in the course that we are planning to launch on this usage of AI for audits and automations, we will discuss all these models in more detail, inshallah, that how these LLM models work and how we can create a small model and all these things. So inshallah, we will be discussing this, inshallah, in our course, which we, inshallah, launch very soon. GPTs are obviously a subset of LLM models, which are trained transformers, and they can work on certain things and do a diverse range of workings and all these things. So we know Chat GPT and all these GPTs that are in use, and they can identify the issues, and they can transform your issues, they can reply to your scenarios as well. And I will show you not from the Chat GPT, but from the other solution that are available, that how effective are these if we can even use an open AI LLM model. So let's go back to the Slido and see how you respond to this, which AI tool you find most promising about enhancing audit processes. You can give multiple answers, I think. The quickest is dashboards. Dashboards are very quick and very easy and very cost effective. GPTs, the only risk with GPTs is that if you have certain confidential data, then you cannot just put it on the cloud and get the results. But if you have an on-premises solution, and there are solutions that are being developed, even I have developed one as well with some team, inshallah. I will just give you a sneak peek of that solution as well. So this on-premises solutions are very effective and very good, that they can obviously run on your data, the complete data. So assuming you have an on-premises GPT solution that is installed on your organization, it is reading all your policies. It can read even from your HR manual and your policies, procedures, and it has access to your transaction tables as well. So you can just not only do the audits, it helps you even take some of the what they call it HR work as well. That if you say that can I'm on probation period, can I go to the on sick leave, rather than going to the HR policy, reading it and see that what is the policy, just type it there. And with the conversation, you can just get that policy. So it will reduce the work of HR. It will reduce the work of other departments that they want someone wants clarity on certain policy, because the policy is there. GPT has been trained on the complete policy, and it can give you the answer. And then obviously for your audits, And even for the audits, if you have complete good Chinese wall created, it can read the old observations as well. So if you want, say, if you are saying that, or inshallah, if I get the time, I will just show you one of the solutions as well here, that for purchase audit, what are the high risk observation that has been raised in 5 years? It will just give you the data rather than you have to go through all these, or if you say that what are the purchase related observation across all audit teams in different audits, maybe it's a management audit or maybe IT audit or some other audit that has been identified in last 5 years and which are rated as high risk. So it's a complicated thing, but for the GPT, it's maybe a 5-second job. It will just go to the data and get you the result. So imagine how effective your complete solutions would be and your working would be. So I will just quickly go to two solutions. One is the solution that I have developed. It's called Audit. It does all these things. It's an on-premises solution, and it's I have developed it with a group called Brilance Group. And what they have done is, because they are one of the specialists in this field, what they did was we created a solution which is an on-premises solution, and it can connect with all the data and work with you. So see, if you can see that if someone is asking a question related to a certain thing, and it can just give you the result and analysis and do the complete analysis. So if we have the time, I will just log in and show you the how powerful the system is, or maybe at some other time. So this is one solution. This is an on-premises solution, but there are another solution. There is another way of using all these AI, and it's a cloud-based solutions specific to certain fields. So if someone of you want, they can just type on this link or prismai.soft2.co and log in and just check. So this solution that we have developed, it's free for everyone for now, and it helps the students train themselves for a very specific field, which is called Sharia standards. And it can just change to regulations, or maybe IT audit, or maybe ACCA, or maybe O levels. So you can see that all you have to do is to train the model on certain educational material, and then what it can do is, see, here I have said that teach me a Sharia standard. So the model is trying to teach me a standard. It will stepwise go to the what they call it particular standard and teach me that standard. Just go to the Prism AI and try it yourself after the webinar. I have, and there is another, create a case study question based on a scenario. So it can test your knowledge based on create a scenario for that and then test your knowledge, or create an MCQ, so that can create MCQs. You can put a scenario and just say that help me answer that scenario as well. So it can analyze those scenarios as well. So I was just working with one of my ex-colleagues who is in a senior position in UAE, and we tested one thing. With the Prism AI, we put it Prism AI and another very famous GPT tools, because and gave them the same scenarios. So the Prism AI gave a better answer, and the reason was because it was trained only on Sharia related standards. So it has less hallucinations related to the data, and it just picked it very effectively. So this is it. let's see some question. Jazakallah, walaikum assalam, brother Sadaqat. Brother Sadaqat has been my teacher and I have learned a lot from him. I don't know if I can. Okay. I somehow cannot see my mouse here, so I cannot scroll it. Okay. How do we use AI to increase Islamic finance? Brother Hassan, may I just answer these questions, or if you want me to ask your question in Q&A? Okay.
Answer these questions, then we can move to Q&A also.
Okay. Yes. So how do we use AI to increase Islamic finance awareness? Yes, so like this, the Prism AI and all these things, we can use this AI to train people on Islamic finance things. Maybe we can train them for the frequently asked questions. So if someone has some queries related to Islamic finance, let him say that, okay, go to this specific thing, ask your questions, see what it replies, and then discuss. So the basic, because at times, for the problem with Islamic finance is people don't know, have or read about it, and they have certain, what they call it, assumptions related to Islamic finance. One of the very common assumptions that I have seen everywhere is that because it's linked to the central bank, it 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 has to deal with the riba as well. So these type of basic questions, the AI can answer that, and then it can help you in the reviews, in the Sharia related reviews and other reviews as well, and it can educate as well. So everything. So I don't know. Okay. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I believe I have tried to answer this question. Is artificial intelligence beneficial in Islamic finance or not? I think it's very beneficial, and we should be using it. We should start using it before everyone else. It becomes a basic trend. So okay. Walaikum assalam. Kindly tell us the practical application of AI in Islamic finance. I think I have answered it. This is the more I really appreciate it. Joined. Assalamu alaikum assalam. Walaikum assalam. So I think there is no more question here. Okay. Automation in Sharia audit has been discussed a lot in recent years, how it will influence the role of professional auditors. The one of the with the professional auditors, you mean who have the experience of audits and Sharia audit. So I will talk about the general auditors, including Sharia audit as well. The influence is, one of the main influence that it would have is, we will have more confidence on our reports because we will be testing on the complete population. So with the complete population, you will have more confidence with your observations. But so if you can connect and use these tools very effectively, your confidence on your report would increase. And then the other thing, I will tell you one thing. In one of the organizations, they did the automations, and the audit team gave their live real-time audit portal access to the auditee as well, so that auditee can always check if there is an exception. It goes to the auditee as well, and auditee can improve themselves. So this is the value addition. Rather than policing, we can what they call it, facilitate the auditees to improve their work as well. So this is where it's very important that we should be utilizing these tools. Okay, and the agenda is for particular order. What's Islamic finance? Are there any specific software like we have in accounting, such as Sage, QuickBooks, and other? Can you recommend some audit softwares? No, there are no such softwares. There is even Teammate are still trying to embed AI in their softwares. We do have this oddities, but we have been developing it. So still, you can search for the conversational audit. There is nothing that has been developed, and it's something that people are trying to develop. What was the other site before Prism AI I shared? Yes, it was aiassistant.soft2.co, but it's not public, so maybe you would not have the access. But if you want a demo, I can just connect with me through LinkedIn. My name, I am Mohammad Zia Akhtar. So just connect with me, or then inshallah I will be able to give you the complete demo of that thing. How can it benefit? How can it benefit in reviewing a consultation? What I get is, if in reviewing a consultation, if you have more of a textual data, this AI can immensely help, more than the other data, because for the consultation and all these things, if you are working on the textual data more, it's very, very effective. Okay, can you give us the data sources that we help to train models ML? Yes, there are multiple data sources. Just search Hugging Face, and you can go to the Hugging Face, and there are plenty of open models available. Okay, so shall I go to this Q&A now? Okay, what kind of gaps and pain points? I will just put it here. Can you all show my question and answer screen? Let me just stop this share and share my screen again. Okay. Can you all see this screen now? Okay, what kind of gaps and pain point exist in industry at the moment that can be overcome using generative AI in general, and what kind of application gaps still exist? So there are multiple, as we have seen that that there are multiple issues related to the manual things, and the pain points we have discussed this in detail. If you want anything specific, then let me know. Audit specific, like we have accounting software. I have replied to it. Brother Khwaja Ehsan, I think business function need to be automated before audit function. Only then the auditor would be able to use AI softwares properly. Yes, you are, brother. It's a very valid point, that because if you don't have the relevant data points, you would not be able to use the AI softwares properly. So this was a very relevant point related to the automation of audit fieldwork related to the population you have. But for the textual data that you have, LLMs and GPTs can still do the work, because obviously you will have the PDF files available of all the policies. So it can obviously, and there is no what they call a rocket science available needed to digitalize the policies and procedures. So it can at least give an auditor a confidence of that all the policies, procedures, regulations, some standards that they can interact. So at least on that side, the AI can help until you have the data points available for a specific audit. What if the data is incorrect? Yeah, the Khwaja Ehsan has said that let's suppose our business functions are automated. It means we are relying on data detailed punch in the business system. What if that data is incorrect? Obviously, you will do you will place a confidence on a system, and based on your review of that system as well. You cannot obviously just connect to the system and use it, and maybe the auditee can write and amend the data from the main data sources. So if it's there, obviously you will not be putting your confidence on that data. Okay, very good question, brother Zubair. That on-premises are cost effective. I don't think it depends that what is cost effective to you. For a big organization, it's not very expensive. So for server and computing power required to say run a Llama 3 model is maybe around $20,000, $15,000, for $15 to $20,000 for a basic server thing. I think it's not very expensive, given that the resources, that is the benefits that it will give to you. So it is expensive. It is on the higher side initially, but if you see on the long run, it will obviously have the benefit. Inshallah, I will share the slides with Brother Ehsan, and inshallah he will share it with you. And I will post it on my LinkedIn as well. So if someone is connected with me on LinkedIn, they can get the slide directly as well. So how the use of AI is cost effective? Brother Sadaka, Jazakallah khair. It's a very good question. It's cost effective in the long run. So if an organization does not have the budget to have the on-premises solution, they can still get a cloud solution, and based on certain clouds, and a subscription-based model, and then do a basic analysis over this. And the benefits that it is giving, it's far more phenomenal. So if an on-premises solution will reduce your HR cost, will reduce your non-compliance with regulations, with reduce your non-compliance with, say, Sharia, and with reduced non-compliance with internal policies, and then it will reduce man hours required for the reviews as well. And then say it will reduce it will let you identify your errors immediately. So there are a lot of benefits, and plus the assurance level, that rather than putting your assurance on 10% sample by the auditors, auditors will be giving assurance on 100% of the sample on real-time basis. Okay, Muhammad Abed, I have no knowledge about automations and AI. Where should I start to do Sharia review using automations or AI? So there are plenty of sources on the YouTube that are available. Just search on those, start using a dashboard, learning about a dashboard, and Google it. And then if you still think that you need a course, then inshallah, we will be launching a course. Taif is launching a course on this complete thing. It would be a detailed course, so you can just join that course as well. Does the on-premises solution about automation and AI, Brother Ehsan, can I still take around 10-15 minutes? If it is okay.
You can take as much as time you have.
Jazakallah khair. So does the on-premises solution developed handles intelligence gathering in such a way that trends could be triggered with detail? Obviously, if I would have the time, I would have shown you that how solid these solutions are, and it gives you such trend and analysis that is otherwise not possible in the manual way, like comparing two different things and see that if there is any interrelation between these two. So there are many things, like when we developed the Prism AI solution, we were not expecting that it will help people train like this. The other solutions were available in that model, and we just explored it. So we just trained it for the Sharia related, that it will answer the questions, but we did not knew that it will create MCQs for you, and it will create scenarios for you as well. So this is something that we explored later. So these models are very good. Cost effective, the management always thinks on yes, brother, I think I have answered it. It is very Jazakallah wa iyyakum. Does AI affect job? Yes, it will switch jobs. You will be we like it or not, but we would be requiring to what they call it, get trained on this. Otherwise, those who are not trained on this may lose their job. Where to start from who have never been to automation? What were the first step? I think Brother Farhan, I have answered it already. I said, but what would be your advice, please, for some of the organizations have limited resources, internet systems, even having some issues of main power, as they'll still give priority to the manuals. See, if you cannot do most of the things, at least use what you can do. So um, uh, for a project, I once developed a solution for an African country. I think it was Sierra Leone, and because the internet connectivity was not there, so we helped them create a solution where there was the data used to be shared to the head office when there was internet connectivity. Otherwise, it was offline. So and even in Pakistan, we don't have the automated Murabaha solutions available, and it's not in common use. But for that area, they are using Murabaha completely, even the agreements completely on the system. So if you have the will, you can do it. Does the on-premises solution developed handles intelligence gathering in such a way? Yes, I think I have answered it. How can we get the PDF? I will put it on the on LinkedIn as well, and I will share it with Brother Hassan as well. So if you all have, if Brother Hassan has the data, he will be able to share it with you.
So I've shared your LinkedIn also in the chat and in the Q&A also, so people can connect on your LinkedIn too.
Okay. Okay, so yes, the problem is that the PDF version of AOFE, because we wanted it to be to get trained on the PDF version. The PDF version has 54 standards. So if you will even today, if you will download the PDF version from Sharia from AOFE's website, it will have 54 standards. So this is the problem. The date it only has 54 standards in the PDF. So this is why it is not giving correct answer. Inshallah, I will share with the link with the website on the LinkedIn as well. So I think I have answered most of the questions. If there is any other thing, Brother Hassan.
I would like to invite Mr. Ziaullah Siddiqui, who is with us also, listening and being here. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum all. Thank you very much, Brother Zia, for this very knowledgeable, your knowledge sharing. And Brother Abdullah Adam, if you want to leave, you can leave. Like any of the colleague who has other commitments, I think the program is almost over. So like you are you are not bound to continue unlimited. If you have other obligations or commitments, please feel free to sign off anytime. So thank you very much all. I think this was one of the most attended programs that we had. And Brother Zia, this is your barakat and your the interest of the topic. So, and I would like to thank all of you as well for actually sparing your time and then attending this webinar for today. I would like to invite Brother Sadaqat. He's, as Brother Zia mentioned, he's like a teacher to many of us. And he would like to say a few words before we conclude the webinar. I would like to invite him to say a few words. Sadaqat Bhai, you are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, Zia Bhai and both Zia Bhai. Firstly, we thanks and highly appreciate your excellent presentation on the subject, sharing knowledge on various AI tools. It's very beneficial for all of IFI industries. Besides, we also appreciate Brother Ethan and Taif team for their sincere efforts in arranging the webinar. They are continuously arranging valuable webinars for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of you Ajr Azim. My comments on this presentation is I strongly believe that the use of AI is crucial in Sharia audit, and if applied appropriately by IFI, it would certainly improve the audit efficiency, accuracy, and assurance level. Besides, would also help in improving the level of Sharia compliance and would also help in a Sharia non-compliant risk management process. The main things only the worry to the management always remains that whether the project is cost effective, it's not very expensive. So they are hesitant in implementing or buying those, artificial intelligence projects. So if someone can satisfy the management, that this is, as Mr. Zia already explained, that these benefits are more than the cost. So in the long run, yes, it will have more beneficial for the management, but someone should convince them on this. Thank you, Zia Bhai, and both Zia and Hassan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Jazakallah
much,
khair.
Sadaqat bhai.
Jazakallah khair,
Thank
Brother Zia and Brother Sadaqat. I just want to make one comment. That there is one Brother Khalid Yusuf who has raised his hand. So I think he has a comment or question. If Brother Hassan can.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In the first instance, I wish to commend the presenter for the informative and interesting presentation. May Almighty Allah continue to be with you and enrich you in knowledge. Jazakallah khairan. Now, my question is that how can we get the PDF of this presentation, sir? Sir?
Okay, brother, your question is complete. Jazakallah, Brother Khalid Yusuf.
My question.
I will share the presentation. I will share the PDF. I think in the chat, just right now. I will share it here as well.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Iyaakum.
So you were saying something to Sadaqat is online. Razia, you're on mute. You were saying something.
You're talking to me, Brother Hassan?
Yes, sir. I was talking to you. I think you were saying
Okay.
Sadaqat, and then I'm thinking he's still online.
Oh no, I was just saying I just wanted to say thank you for him for his kind comments and because he has been my senior from the last many years and I have been learning a lot from him. So I just wanted to say Jazakallah khair to him. I'm just trying to create it into a PDF and just share it here. Just bear with me for 2-3 minutes and then inshallah. If you want, Brother Hassan, you can add or you can comment or anything while I just try to share the presentation.
Jazakallah. Thank you very much, Suzaya, for your presentation. As mentioned earlier, inshallah, people who are interested, please check. The interest of the people was massive. We see 439 people registered to now to the session. Almost 200 people joined the session. Hopefully, people who have not joined will contact and try to search it online. Video recording will be available. Presentations, as I shared, Mr. Zia's LinkedIn. You can connect with him directly. He will share it on his LinkedIn too. He will share it over the email as well. This is the course introduction webinar for the course that will be conducted by Mr. Zia himself. We will be going in further details of looking into how automation can be done, particular use cases and things. So I'm just trying to maybe show you how it is. Let me open this, and then okay, so I can show this page at least to know that this is not just a promise. Things are happening. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So this is the page that you are seeing at the moment. Inshallah, the course is under development with the instruction of Mr. Zia himself. Whoever wants to register, inshallah, once it's open, we will open the registrations and you can show your interest by registering it. That's all, Mr. Zia, from my side. Is there anything else you may conclude to do the concluding remarks and make dua for us?
Jazakallah khair, Brother Hassan, for your kind remarks again. I have shared the PDF. Just check if it is received. Everyone can download it. I will put it on the LinkedIn as well in a while. And Jazakallah khair for attending this event. Inshallah, we will try to, based on your feedback, if we want to do another webinar on some specific topic related to this automations and audits, then let me know. Inshallah, I will inshallah try to do it. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. And just remember me in duas.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum.